Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of the English Fluency Podcast. Today, we're talking about an exciting topic: how to read a book a day. Yep, you heard that right. You can read a book every single day, and today, we'll explore how you can make it happen. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's get started. Why read a book a day? Now, you might be wondering, why read a book a day? What's the big deal? Well, reading is one of the fastest ways to expand your mind. It opens doors to new ideas, perspectives, and information. If you're someone looking to grow, learn new things, or simply gain more wisdom, reading is a powerful tool to get you there. But not just any reading. Consuming quality books regularly can help you become an expert in any field, broaden your horizons, and improve your overall well-being. Plus, you'd be amazed at how much faster you can learn when you commit to reading daily. So let's talk about how you can turn this lofty goal of reading a book a day into a reality. First, let's break down what it takes to make reading a book a day achievable. Setting realistic goals. Reading a book a day sounds like a big commitment, but it's important to start with realistic goals. Not every book you read will take the same amount of time. Let's be honest. If you're tackling a 500-page academic textbook, that might take you a few days. But if you're reading a 200-page novel or a self-help book, it's totally possible to finish that in a single day. Here's my suggestion. Start by figuring out how many pages or hours you can realistically dedicate to reading each day. For instance, if you commit to reading just 30 minutes a day, and you choose books that fit into that time frame, you'll be surprised at how quickly you can build a reading habit. Now, if you're really committed to reading a book a day, here's a pro tip. Focus on books that are shorter or easier to digest. Start with something around 200 to 300 pages, and as you get more comfortable, you can tackle longer, more complex books. The power of audiobooks and summaries. One of the best hacks for reading a book a day is using audiobooks. Imagine listening to a book while you're cooking, exercising, or driving. Audiobooks are a game changer. With audiobooks, you're able to multitask and absorb books without taking time out of your busy schedule. There are so many platforms like Audible, Libby, or even YouTube that offer audiobooks, and you can easily adjust the speed to suit your pace. But here's the thing. You don't always have to read every book cover to cover. Book summaries are a great tool to absorb key takeaways quickly. Apps like Blinkist and InstaRead give you 15-minute summaries of the most popular books, so you can get the gist without committing to the entire book. But I'll be clear, summaries are excellent for overview purposes. But if you want a deeper understanding, go ahead and read the full book when you can. Active reading strategies. Now that we've covered some tools for faster reading, let's dive into some strategies for active reading. Active reading is a game changer when it comes to reading more efficiently. One of the best ways to read more is to avoid subvocalization. That's when you're silently saying every word in your head as you read. While this can help with comprehension, it's slow. Try to read larger chunks of text at once and focus on the main ideas. Another strategy is to take notes as you read. I like using digital tools like Notion or Evernote to jot down key points, quotes, and reflections while I read. This keeps me engaged and makes it easier to recall important ideas later. And remember, it's not just about finishing books, it's about understanding and retaining what you read. Use methods like highlighting, making notes, or even discussing the book with a friend to reinforce what you learn. Make reading part of your daily routine. If you're serious about reading a book a day, consistency is key. It needs to become a habit. Set aside a specific time each day for reading, whether it's in the morning, during lunch breaks, or right before bed. Having a designated time ensures that you're not scrambling to find time in your busy schedule. You can also track your progress. There are apps like Goodreads or Bookly where you can log what you've read and set reading goals. It's a great way to stay accountable and motivated. And if you're having trouble staying motivated, don't be afraid to pick books that excite you. It's okay to switch things up, read different genres, or explore topics that pique your curiosity, challenges, and how to overcome them. Now let's be real for a second. There will be days when reading seems like a chore. Life gets busy, and sometimes it feels impossible to fit in a chapter or two. On those days, be gentle with yourself. It's okay to take a break, but don't give up on your reading goal entirely. Consider switching to shorter books or audiobooks. You might also want to set a minimum goal, like 10 pages or 15 minutes of reading, just to keep the habit going. And remember, progress is progress, whether you're reading 10 pages or 100. The benefits of reading a book a day. Let's talk about why reading a book a day can have such a huge impact on your life. First off, it boosts your knowledge. The more you read, the more you understand about the world, people, and new ideas. And the best part is that the knowledge doesn't just stay on the page. It can help you in your career, your personal growth, and even in your relationships. Second, reading increases your creativity. Exposure to different ideas and storytelling styles helps you think more creatively and solve problems more effectively. And finally, reading builds mental discipline. Just like exercising your body, exercising your mind through reading strengthens your focus, concentration, and memory. Plus, it can reduce stress and improve your overall well-being. Closing thoughts. Alright, so now you have the tools and strategies to make reading a book a day a reality. It's all about setting realistic goals, using the right tools like audiobooks and summaries, staying active in your reading, and making it a habit. Don't forget, start small, be consistent, and above all, enjoy the process of learning and growing through reading. That's it for today's episode of English Fluency Podcast. I hope you feel inspired to dive into your next book and make reading a part of your daily routine. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share it with a friend who could use some motivation. Until next time, happy reading and keep growing.